This video is going to be my start video for a playlist talking about budget ARs. But before we get into it, if you could please subscribe, hit the like button, help with the algorithms, and help these videos get out. Now I'm making this, I've been making a series of videos haphazardly as I acquire these 5 different firearms here, okay? And I've made videos of me talking about them, doing an overview, shooting them, telling you my opinion after shooting. And any of us who are in AR-15s know that the price of the guns fluctuate wildly, especially in the budget or lower end market, okay? And if you watch the video that I had on historic price, which will be in this playlist, historic prices of AR-15s, I explain that in detail, okay? So what we're going to review and what this playlist is going to include. It's going to include these 5 basic guns here, and it's going to include flip-up polymer iron sights. I've placed them on just about all the guns except one. We're going to review some budget price, and these all come off of Amazon. They're all made in China. Some dot sights, which, okay, the flip-up irons are about 20 to 25 units. And I put them on the 3 rifles. The one pistol came with them, so I didn't do it. And this other gun, I'm not going to bother putting them on. The sights I've been getting off of Amazon also, again, made in the land of fried rice, and they all range around 40 to 45 units. And I did get some detachable mount. This is a T-dot scope by UTL, or what is it here? UTG. Okay, I happen to like these, and something like this, I got 2 of the T-dots, and I got just a type of scope from a similar company. Again, most of the stuff is made you know where, and they run about 100, and they do hold up and last a lot better. The polymer sights, amazingly, they also are good. So if you're really hurting for money or want to save up or can't figure out what type of an optic you want, you could put them little flip-up polymers for another 20 and be happy with it, and at least get out and shoot the gun and test it out, okay? Alright, so what are we going to cover? So that's what we're going to cover there, and then I will get into force reset triggers, the low-end ones, the super safeties. I'm not going to get up into the fancier ones that come in a package, and there's another one that goes for about 2.5 units, a little bit different. I may be tempted, I have to see, but there's a bit of a controversy with them. In reality, in the way they're being pushed by all the influencers, they're not that easy to get to work well. Some don't hold up well, and again, there's a lot of states you can't get them. And the thing is, well, people want them. They told me they sold out, and you got to go on waiting lists on some sites and everything. So, but we'll cover that in a series of videos dedicated specifically to that and how to modify the guns and all this other stuff. All right, so what do we have here? And I'll go over the 5 guns, and I'm going to go with, in terms of price, the most expensive. And the most expensive one that I got is also the most popular one, the G-Force Jawbone. Little 9mm pistol carbine, or whatever they call them. A lot of views on this, a lot of people interested in this gun, and this is a really neat gun, okay? And they were on sale, $399,999, and it come out to what I paid out of my pocket. I bought this at a gun show, was 433 units. And I got this at a gun show, so basically I paid that price plus, or a little over, and 25 units for like a transfer, so that's the most expensive one. The next one up was a Radical Firearms. This one is a AR-15, which has been discounted. This one was 416 units. Generally was, one time it was a 750, then dropped down to 550, and then it clearance took another 100 off. So good gun, good rep on this company. And this one, yeah, this has some, these are the ones that don't flip up. These have irons on it. Okay, next was Andro Corporation, the ACI-15. This is a pretty neat gun. I didn't know much about this company. It's still in business, and I got one of these, and that was 392 units, which for a gun like this, it didn't come with sights. Just so it was your basic plain version AR, and of course same thing, they're all in the same price range and category. Now people have different opinions of these companies and what it is. Then the latest one I picked up, and this is a company that's gone out of business, Anderson. I got this AM-15 utility rifle. I believe it's Sportsman Outdoors or something. It's online. They still have it. It was free shipping. I mean, the price was super low, and it ended up costing me, with transfer fees and sales tax and all the other fun crap, 375 units. Did not include the scope or the iron sights. But still, people have a dim view of this company. It's no longer in business anymore. And also, out of all the guns I've tested on this table, this is the only one to kind of act up and give me trouble. All the rest of them were pretty much trouble-free with PPU, factory ammo, and the overrun ammo Winchester made for the government. All that stuff functioned flawlessly in these guns. This one had a couple hiccups, but, still, not that bad. And last but least, I have this ATI Alpha Max pistol. This came with flip-up sights on there. And that was 370 units at a gun show out the door. Again, this thing, even though it's a polymer receiver, functioned pretty much flawlessly, hung up on one reload, so I didn't put them in there. The only problem with this, in this caliber, 5.56, I can hardly hold it with my bad hand and shoot this gun. But it does work, and it has held up for 150 rounds or so. But it does come, and if you watch the videos, it does come with a lifetime warranty. So if you register this and it ever breaks, you send it back to them, and they will replace the parts. So, I don't know if I'm gonna wait and see. So, that's what I got. So I'll cover those in these videos. And the next video I'm gonna do, or the first one, is I'm gonna just discuss about the topic of budget ARs, okay, and a lot of the prejudices and everything else to go with them. And the reason that there's like kind of a time pressure is like once Anderson sold the company to Ruger, and I think actually High Point is either assembling the leftover parts or something, but High Point is making an AR, which, like I said, I bought this one for 375 units, but they have it at almost, I think the MSRP's pretty much close to 490 something, 490 some odd units, and it's an identical gun. So, you know, and what it is the online wholesalers are doing this, and once they're gone, you're never going to see that deal again. Okay? Even though it's an Anderson, that price was good. Alright, and like I said, there's another company making the same identical thing now with just a different name on it. Probably just basically assembling the parts. Now the company did not go away, it was sold. So the machinery and the equipment and the people may still be working for somebody else. Okay, so there you go. That's why it's kind of like watch these, and this is, it's October of 2025, so that way you get a reference for time and everything. Alright? So thank you and stay tuned.